Alright, ready?
I'm ready, man.
Alright, so tell us who are you and what's your story?
My name's Pim van Hoof, and what is my story? I've done the stuff that everybody does, I guess. So you study, and you study more, and then you go to university, you study more, and then find a job. You finish your studies, find a job, and you work, and you work, and you work. And then I thought, let's not for a minute. So quit my job. It's been a long-term dream to travel and to see something of the world. And I did that actually. I started just 2 weeks ago. So I quit my job. My last day was 3 weeks ago. And now I'm a full-time traveler, I guess. So and I want to try and meet places, people, and then do as much as I can with sailing or hitchhiking. So I try not to use planes, but if I have to, I will, but I'll try not to. And see where it will get me. Be flexible about it. Yeah.
So how did you get to know Oceanpreneur or Suzanne or Paula in this project?
I don't really remember. I know almost a year ago I've been looking online for books on sailing, and I like Dutch stories about how people bought a boat and they just worked on it for years and like spent so much money on it, and then they finally get to go. And then those stories I really enjoy, and I think that's how I got to know the book of Suzanne, and I bought it straight away last November, I think, and I started reading that, and I got more and more in touch with Suzanne, and she was getting this trip together, and I thought this is something I have to do. It's going to be my first stop of my trip. It'll be a good experience.
So then that definitely inspired you.
Yes, yeah. No, it was a big inspiration. I already knew it was possible to hitch sail. I already knew it was my plan, but I didn't know how. I'm a quite secure guy. I always want to know how people do stuff. So there was a guide all at once, and I was like, yeah, this is my golden book. I need to have it. So once I knew it was there, I bought it and I read it straight away.
What did the book provide you with? What contents? What did you learn from the book?
Well, not only about the sailing and how much respect you should have for captains and their boats. I think that's very important, but I think I already saw that in the past. But also I was very impressed about how big Suzanne is focusing on saving the oceans and no plastic, etc., etc. I haven't spent years on the oceans yet, so I don't know about the state of the oceans, but the more and more I speak to people that are going everywhere on sailing boats and get to know the oceans better, the more I understand that it's not going well with our seas, and I believe them, but I'm also curious to find out myself. Like sailing around here, it's a beautiful area here in the Aeolian Islands in Sicily, really beautiful blue seas, but you see plastic everywhere, and yeah, I didn't expect that, and that's something I really took from the book. Like, hey guys, be aware about what you're doing. Yeah.
Has this experience has been successful for your expectations so far?
Like this week.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it overtook my expectations. I try not to have expectations because then life is a bit easier. But come on, man, it's. I was really surprised by all the volcanic activity. You can see the islands in the back there. They're really like the true volcanic, like cone-shaped islands. They're beautiful, and it's so many nice caves and so many nice anchorages. Yeah, I was really impressed by it. It's awesome. So it definitely exceeded my expectations. It was an experience I wouldn't have missed. No, it was perfect start.
So you are planning on hitching boats? How did you first knew the concept? Was it through the book?
The first time I don't know how I first knew of it. I've been working on this plan, this idea for years to once leave. I told my boss 4 years ago already, like, hey, three or 4 years ago, I told him, hey, there will be a time that I'll leave this company because I want to make a trip sometime. And he said, yeah, no problem. We'll see when we get there. So sometime in the past I've heard about it probably. Maybe I sailed a bit in New Zealand, a bit in Spain, met a lot of people. I actually did try and hitch sail in New Zealand, from Fiji back to New Zealand. It almost worked out, but I had an exam a couple of days before they wanted to leave Fiji, so it didn't work out that time. So I've been actually working on it already in the past. Yeah.
So tell us about that time in Fiji. How did you make it happen? That's the story. Yeah.
Oh, it was you go places, you meet people, they have stories, and it's always good to hear other people's stories. There's many people work, and they don't have that many stories. And I like people that have their own story and their own way of life. And there must have been someone who told me about it and told me about I think there's some website in New Zealand that a lot of people post on. And I think I found it up there. Just send the guy a message. And I went abroad a couple of times during my studies and also on my own. And if I was living at the seas, I would always go to the port and just talk to people, captains, like, hey, if you need crew for regattas or races or whatever, I'm up for it. I really enjoy sailing, even if I'm just real meat, it doesn't matter. You get to know some people and make new friends and be on the water, and that's what I really like. Yeah.
And so would you like to add, if you would have to say something, whatever you'd like to say to people, what would you like to say?
Well, there's a commercial slogan on it. I think it's pretty good, but I'd say just do it. Just do it. For me, I've been working up for it. For me, it was always sure that I would do this, but take small steps. Like every step, take it in the right direction. And it's your life, I believe. I always believe it's maybe a bit egocentric, but I live my life for me, and I want to share and I want to give, but I take the decisions that I like. I'm not going to live my life for other people only. It's vice versa. And I want to do this thing, so I do it. And I take steps, I take action to do it. If you feel like, maybe I should wait a bit because maybe this, maybe that, no. Have a plan, go for it. Take a goal, work towards that goal. You'll get there. If you have goals, you'll get there. If you don't have goals, you'll go nowhere. And for me, I like an exciting life, and it helps for me to have goals in that. Yeah.
Nice, man. Thank you.
Sweet. Cool, man.